Hello everybody! Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to do unrecognizable makeup. Currently it's trending on TikTok. It's just a tutorial on how to make yourself look like not yourself. Just remember, you're beautiful no matter what, and this tutorial is more on how to trick men. So let's get started. First thing I do is skin prep. So I usually take this glazed donut facial glow cream and I put this all over first. So after that, I usually take this primer, especially if you're going to be wearing this makeup all day. Once I get the primer on, I take the True Match Lumi Glotion by L'Oreal. And I just put a little bit on my hand, or a lot. And then I put it on my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, and my chin. And then I just rub that in. Alright, the next step I usually do is foundation. I use the Patrick Ta foundation, and yeah, so I just put this on my finger. I use my hands for a lot of things. I don't use brushes for a lot. Dot it all over my face first, not rubbing it in or anything, just dabbing. And then once I get to that, I usually take a wet beauty blender, and then that's what I use to blend it out. I'm kind of violent with this, but, you know, be gentle. So once I do that, I go in with my contour, wherever that may be. So once I'm done with my foundation, I go in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow contour wand. It's a little messy, don't judge. But I'll just go in and contour like my cheekbones, going on my nose, and then 2 dots on my forehead right here. So then once again I go in with my hands, and I still have a little bit of foundation on my hands, which is perfect because I am trying to blend this in. So I'll go in like this. But when it's mostly blended, that's when I'll go back in with my beauty blender and do this. Alright, and then after that I go in with a brush, a little contour brush. So I'll go in here, and it's not really a contour brush. This is, I think, an eyeshadow brush, but I use it for contour. It works. So there we go. Now when I'm done with that step, I go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour, or not contour, bronzer powder. And I just go in those same spots I hit with the contour. So I'll do this, and I'll take some extra and just on my nose. So after I do all that, I go in with my Huda Beauty concealer, and this stuff is so good. So once I'm done with that, I'll go under my eyes. So the places I go is under my eyes, on my chin, under that contour to kind of brighten it up and make the contour a little bit sharper, and then on my forehead. Once again, I go in with my hands. Yep. Alright, now I go in with a little bit of powder. So this is that Airspun, this one, like the cheapest powder you can find at the drugstore. I ordered this pink powder on Amazon called Ben Nye Pretty Pink, and I use this and I just kind of add a little bit in there, like that, because I think pink powder looks very pretty on my skin tone. So I go under, but I don't go directly under the eye, because if you go right, like under, it'll start creasing. So I go kind of a little below that, right here. And I don't pat it in all the way, I kind of leave some excess on the chin, on the forehead, and then of course back down here. And now that's when I go into my eyes. And I just got this gorgeous, gorgeous palette. You can use any palette you want. It's so pretty. The colors that we're mainly going to be going in here are very light colors. So I usually go in with the white and the pink one right here. And then I go down here and use this kind of mauve color, a light mauve. So I'll go in with a brush now and I'll pat into that white, and I'll just do the inner corner, and then I'll do the other side. Sorry, I'll have to use this. And kind of blend it out. Now, once I got that first layer of powder on, or like eyeshadow, I'll go in with this little brush, right? And the white. This is where it gets crazy. It's liquid, as you can see. I'll put a little bit on the lid. You with me? You with me? All right, and now we blend. If you're asking why I put this on first, I just feel like that first layer of powder helps this from not being splotchy. I don't know if that does anything, but it works for me. So now I go in with my bigger brush again, bigger eyeshadow brush, and I blend that out even more so it doesn't look so crazy. Now I go in with a pink, and I do the pink just on the inner corner. Kind of tap into that. And then now I go into this color called Lavish, that light mauve color. Tap it off, and then I just go above and on the edge and like blend it out and upwards. All right, once you've done both sides, that's pretty much all I do for eyeshadow because I feel like less is more, and that eyeliner is going to really put it together. But now I go in with a big fluffy brush and I brush off that excess powder. And now I go in with blush. All right. And this is the Rare Beauty blush. I only do 1 dot on each side because it is very pigmented. And then on my nose, of course. And just like I do all the time, is I kind of go in with my fingers first to blend it out a little bit. And then once I do that, I grab a brush, and this one is kind of dirty, so whoops. But now I dab very violently until it's blended. Yeah, I love this blush. Oh, it blends so well. Okay, so now that I've done my blush, I usually go into eyeliner. And so my eyeliner have multiple steps for this. Let me find it. First, I go in with a black eye pencil, not liquid, and then I do my, what is that, waterline or upper line? This one right here. So once I do that, I thought I was gonna mess up. No, we're good. All right, once I do that, I go in with a brown liner now. I should probably sharpen this, but this is just Natasha Denona. Pretty sure I got this from either Sephora or Ulta. But I just go in the outer corner and I kind of drag it out like a little flick like that. And a little flick like that. Wow. And that's more just to be like a little shadow, right? And kind of just a placement. Now I go in with this little brush, this angled brush, and I just blend it out. Once I get that done, then I go in with a liquid brown. I like the brown because it looks a little bit more natural than black, although I do love that black liner. All right, I'm using this as a mirror. It's kind of drying out. All right, now, so I have that placement. I start with drawing the line from the bottom and up, and you kind of want to follow that lower lash line, the shape of it. So I'll grab that. Like that. I do the other side. Kind of messed that side up, but you know what, we can fix it. So going back to the side, now I go from kind of near the top of the point and drag it backwards. So and then I fill it in. And the good thing is if you kind of suck at eyeliner lashes, definitely hide it. So not to fear, you know. All right, once I do that, I kind of go on the inner very carefully. All right, so once I kind of get my liner done a little bit, that's when I go in with eyebrows. And for my eyebrows, I just take this little Revlon micro pencil and start with drawing a line at the bottom, like that. And then I kind of go on the top. And I don't put gel or anything on my eyebrows until after this step, because if you do gel first, it's really hard to shape. So I go in with this little thing. I'm running out of it, but I do this and brush up, and then when I get closer to the point, I brush kind of sideways or in the direction of the brow. Once I'm done with that, I go in with another Benefit, Precisely My Brow Wax, which is colored or tinted. So, and I go in. Last thing I do with my brows after I kind of wait for that to dry a little bit is I go in with a Milani Weekend Brow Eyebrow Tint pen marker thing. And this one I just do light strokes up. There we go. Now once I'm done with all of that, I go in with a nude colored pencil, and this one is by NYX called Wonder Pencil, and it has a highlighter side and like a just normal nude colored side, and I go under the brow and shape it. I go in with a little brush, this is the same one I used the white on, and I blend it out. Take this little angle brush and I blend out the front so it's not too harsh. So usually around this point, I will go in with my dense brush like this one right here and go back in with that little mauve I had before, and I'll go under my lower lash line. And blend it out, kind of following my liner. I'll go back in with this little light colored brush with the pink, and I'll blend it, and I'll kind of connect it to that mauve color on the bottom side, like that. All right, now that I'm at this point, we're gonna take this eyelash curler, and I'm definitely gonna use a mirror for this so I don't lose my eyelashes. Curl your upper lashes. And once you're done curling your lashes, what I go in with, and you don't need to do this, but I just happen to have this and always use it. It's a Lancome, like little primer thing for your lashes. And this thing, oh my gosh. I'm not saying sleep in your makeup, but if you ever accidentally did, your mascara is not going anywhere. And it's white, kind of looks weird. And you do not wait for it to dry, you go in immediately. And this thing's drying out, but I go in immediately with the brown. And then immediately after that, I go in with a Lancome, just black mascara. I double up just because I feel like, I don't know, it just works. There we go. So now I have both sides. I'll wait for this to dry and I'll put this on again. At this point, I go in with the Kylie Jenner blush, and I love this shade, it's really pink. It's in the shade Winter Kissed, which is perfect for winter, but I don't know, it just makes me feel very cutesy. So I go in with this one on top, same blush brush, and I just violently pat it in. And on my nose, of course. Yes. Looks like I'm cold. I love the look of being cold. Now I'm going to add a little bit of freckles with my freckle pen. But yeah, I'll just go in with more of these. Why not? And so I really only do it kind of at the bottom side of my nose and where I want to have a almost button nose looking kind of thing. But after I do that with the freckles, something very bad happened. Okay. So after that, I go back in with my contour brush and I just, right there, to give a little shadow, right over the freckles. And then I'll go back on the bridge. All right, there we go. Okay, now the next thing I do is I use a liquid highlighter. I use this one, all the hairs. I use this liquid highlighter by Iconic London, Illuminator it's called. And just like this, I just do a little dot on my nose, a dot on this side, and a dot on this side. And then I just use my finger, and I don't really rub it, I kind of just tap it into my skin, but definitely on the tip of my nose, and then I kind of go up with it. And then both hands, I tap it in. After that's blended, I'll go back in with my setting spray, right? And before it dries, I grab a powder highlighter, or a baked highlighter, or whatever it's called, by Fenty Beauty. This one is Kilowatt Lighting Dust and Fire Crystal. It's very pretty, looks like this. I take a highlighter brush, or a fan brush like this, tap it in, on my forehead, on my cheeks, or on my, what's this, a chin. And now, after I had time for my eyelashes to dry, go back in with this. And, okay, now I go with this little liner thing again, and I do my bottom, my waterline. And I don't know how I'm going to do this without a mirror, because I need both hands, so we're gonna get really close now. Actually, I don't know if I can do this on camera. I'll try my best. Ooh, kind of looks crazy. That's what we want though, right? So you can either use, so you can do one or two things. You can use the black liner, or you can use a white liner for your waterline. This one will make your eyes look kind of bigger, but I like this sultry cat eye siren look, so I usually do the black liner. But once I'm done with that, then I go in with my brown mascara and do my bottom lash line. And it doesn't have to be brown, but I feel like the brown makes it look a little bit more natural for the bottom lashes. All right, so now that we're here, we can add lashes. Or actually, before lashes, let's do lips. So this is the lip liner Plum by MAC. Yeah, MAC. So this is Plum by MAC, and this is my little thing that I do. I'm going to use this as a mirror now. So there's multiple ways you can do this. One way that I know works, and it's going to look really silly, but it's this. There you go. So it works perfect, but it does look silly. So I'll show you another way to do it. You just go. And if you're asking, do I overline my lips? Hell yeah, I overline my lips. And it does look a little messy, but that's why I use this brush. And I actually used to use my hands for this part, but I learned that a brush is definitely a little bit more accurate. So I use this little paddle, very little paddle brush, and I blend it out. So once you get there, cool fun thing you can do is you can use your blush. And you can put your blush and use your blush as like lipstick, and it works really well. So I just tap a little bit on there, and then I use the same paddle brush, and then I blend it out. Now if you don't have a liquid blush, obviously you can use lipstick. I use MAC. I usually use this shade, which actually is almost the exact same, just a little bit darker. This one's really pretty. It's I think it's called Sultriness, I believe, but it's gorgeous. Look at this color. So I usually go in with this, but I wanted to show you how pretty the Rare Beauty blush looks as lipstick as well. Then I kind of add a little bit more blush, right? And this is a very dewy look. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But yeah, I think that's what I'm forgetting. So I got these from Walmart today. Funny enough, they're called Whisper Wink Vegan Mink Collection. So, vegan lashes. Interesting. And I definitely don't go in with the size they give me. I always have to trim lashes. Alright, so cut it in half and then get the longer side. And now you're going to use lash glue, which I may not have on me. I do. Okay. Always start with the edges first, then move to the center. Kind of let this dry. Yeah, okay. Now that it's dry-ish. Gonna just get closer so you can see. Sorry if my hand's blocking. Oop. And then pull it out a little bit. Very wispy. Alright. And then I go in with the other side. A little bit of lash glue on the edge. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I got it all over this lash. Okay. It's gonna be okay. We let it dry a little bit. That one went on so much easier. I'm left-handed, so left eye is a little bit easier. Yeah. Boom. Like that. Okay, now let's let our hair down a little bit. I'm going to style my hair a little bit better, and then I'll be right back. All right. That concludes today's That concludes today's tutorial, so thank you so much for watching. Yes, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. If you want me to show you how to do your hair, how to fly a plane, just let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah.